mandatory. I be tryna work my way, nigga, get your own shit. I be shopping, getting paid, pull up in my own way. I be sounding like a lame, begging for my old shit. Gotta pull up in the vert, on skirt.
Oh, did you all like that little new intro I put in there? Well, guess what? It's going to be a weekly thing, so you better get used to it. First day, SBD day. You know how it is in these days. It makes me want to kill myself because my hip is so painful. Now you see this 320, it moved pretty good. Yeah, that's the heaviest I've gone ever since I hit that PR of 340, which I don't even know if I posted that or not, but it's the heaviest I've gone. So I was feeling good. I was feeling pretty good. And then these back-offs happened, and then I wasn't feeling good anymore because my hip was hurting so bad that I would literally lay down in between sets and just lay there contemplating my life. And this workout took like 3 hours just because I spent like 10 minutes in between each set just laying down on the ground, dying because my hip was like not existing anymore. So this is my last low bar workout for the foreseeable foreseeable future. So, you know, it's sad, but it is what it is. Hit a 215 bench. Felt pretty good. This is what I hit my meet, and I feel like it moved a bit faster. It was at 7.5, so I feel like it was pretty dang smooth. Back off work, you know how it is. Just reps on reps on reps. I do so much bench now that I just, like, get bored. I'm just, like, getting under the bar, and I'm just, like, going through the motions. Like, I know there are things to work on, and there are certain cues I need to, like, drill in, but I feel like those are for top sets. And, like, back off sets, I just go through the motions and just try and get my muscle memory in there. It's not a bad thing. It's just, like, I do a lot of bench, so. Oh, and here's this 425, which was supposed to be an RP 7.5, but it actually turned out to be, like, an 8 or 9. And, yeah, it wasn't good. You can see how slow it was. My hip was not letting me do anything. So, yeah, that was SBD day. Second day, you know, bench day. Low-key workout. I literally had the most low-key tunes playing this day, and I still hit a pretty big PR. So I all day I had this number of 180 to 185 for a 5x5. So I kind of sandbagged my tops at a 4. I could have gone like 195 or 200, but I just had to go 185 because I really wanted that 5x5 PR because I just like, it's a volume whore, and I just love volume for some reason on bench. But you can see I hit 180 for a 5x5 at RP 7. And that felt pretty good. You know, it was low-key workout, no hype, no nothing, just going through the motions. Nothing too hard, you know. I probably need to start pausing all my reps because I, you know, have this problem where I don't pause all of them consistently. So, you know, maybe that's something I need to fix. Maybe it's not. I don't really know. But next day, what was it, Thursday? No. Friday. It was Friday. Squat and bench. So this is my first high bar day since the meet. So you can see it's a very foreign movement to me, but I feel like I still have it. So you can see my form is pretty solid. Coach recommended me go down slowly, so you can see it's basically a tempo squat with how slow I'm going down. But I can maintain position pretty well, and it just feels a lot better on my hip and lower back. So I just found that if I brace my core really hard and I go down really slow, just focus on keeping upright, that I have almost no pain. I feel just extremely strong. All the reps do look slow, but that's just because I'm trying to use a slower tempo to mitigate my hip. It does feel good. I do like the aesthetic of squatting high bar. I just don't like how I don't squat as much weight, which is going to be a bummer because I wanted to squat 375 at the meet, but now it's looking more like 340 to 350 because of high bar, because I have really bad squat genetics, because you know, if you can tell, my femurs are like 3 miles long. That's probably why I'm so good at deadlifting too. But yeah, so high bar squats felt really good. I'm really excited to keep doing these and not have my hip explode every workout. Afterwards, I hit a huge PR of a 3x3 at 200. It was supposed to be an RP7, but low-key overshot it just because I wanted the PR. And they weren't really paused. Some of the reps during the sets were paused, but some of them weren't. So yeah, you know, probably should start pausing those bad boys, but it is what it is. So next day, Sunday, last day of the week, I was doing deadlifts, and I really had 415 for 5 in mind today, but I just really didn't have it. My hip was kind of bothering me. I couldn't really find my positions. I felt like my hips were way too high, my shoulders weren't back far enough, and like my knees weren't tracking over my toes like they should be. I still managed this 385 for 4 at RP7. You can see, if you look at my lifting strap, I'm like barely hanging on by my fingertips. And I was talking to my coach, and we stopped that because, you know, it makes the lift easier just because it shortens range of motion. I can be more upright at the start, but it also like doesn't help me with my comp lift. So in hook grip, I can't hold on with my fingertips, if that makes sense. So I have to fully grip the bar, which I hate because my mobility is awful apparently, as I saw from today, because I just could not get into position for the life of me. So I did hit some pretty decent weight. I feel like 365 isn't that much. It's 100 pounds under my max, but like for working weight, I feel like it's good, considering that was like my 100 max like 2 years ago, which I know was a long time ago, but you know, I make really slow gains. But you know, felt good. All these pause reps felt pretty good. I just hated how I couldn't get in position the whole time. Hit 395 for 5. It was pretty easy. It was kind of sad that I couldn't get 415. It's been a number I've always wanted to hit for a while. But you just take what you can get, you know. You're going to be strong on some days, not strong on others. But this part of the workout took about an hour because of how tired deadlifts make me. Like they literally just make me the most tired man ever. And I was just trying to figure out what to do because I kept like feeling out of position. And about halfway through the set, I realized a cue that helped me a lot, and that was as I'm anchoring myself down, supposed anchoring, and wedging myself in between the bar. Instead of just doing those, I also added in the cue of keeping my shoulders back, so pulling my shoulders back as my hips go down. In my mind, it makes sense, but like explaining it's kind of hard. I don't have arrows like a cool YouTuber person, so I'm just kind of trying to explain it. But you can see on my back off, I was just really rushing it because I just wanted to get done with it because I was dying so much. Because I don't really do well with reps over 5, not even over 5. Just like anything over 1 is cardio. That's how out of shape I am, but it is what it is. So you can see like on these reps, my hips are really high, which I guess is all right since my stance is so narrow. If I externally rotated my knees more, I could get my hips lower, but my hips aren't quite there yet from squats. So I'm still trying to figure out how to, you know, rehab that bad boy, that, you know, thing that's been bothering me for weeks on end. And I keep saying we're gonna rehab, but end up don't because I'm lazy. Hit some low-key bench after this, you know, just going through the motions. 195 for a 3 count. Warm-up felt good. I just wanted to take it easy on bench considering how tired I was on deadlift. And 3 count's always been really strong for me. I've always had like for some reason it's like really close to my comp max. So like I feel like I could pause, like 3 count pause, like 220, 225. And like my regular bench is like 230 with like a minor pause. It doesn't really make much sense, but well, that's the end of the workout. So I'll get back to you guys next week. Hopefully my hip feels better. See ya.